Hi, my name's Ken, and I'm a geek with too much time on my hands. I love playing Baldur's Gate 3, and after beating it on Explorer, Balanced, and Tactician, I decided that I'm ready to try out Honor Mode. Now, I'm a save scummer. I will save scum to make sure I pickpocket what I want, or just to see different dialogue trees. But I've been playing a D&D campaign for the last few months, and I think I'm ready to come back to Baldur's Gate 3 and be forced to live with the consequences of my actions. I have no strategy at all for this playthrough. I don't know what items I'm going after or anything. I'm just going straight in, working with whatever knowledge I've picked up from previous playthroughs and the nuggets of information that I can remember learning from other, much more strategic Baldur's Gate 3 content creators, whose channels I will link in the description. So here's the character I'm going to try and beat Honor Mode with, a drow fighter with a soldier background named Madara. I'm streaming this playthrough on Twitch, by the way, and if you want to watch me be anxious and sweaty in real time, you can check me out over there. Unfortunately, the VOD of the first session I did for this playthrough didn't save, so here's a catch-up of what happened. After waking up on the beach, we grabbed Shadowheart, Gale, Astarion, and Lae'zel before we made our way to the Emerald Grove to grab Will. We saved Arabella to get that sweet free enchanted item for Gale. We picked up Scratch, and then we went through the Blighted Village and under that bridge to go and grab Karlach. Pretty much just grinding as much XP as I could without getting into fights because I was terrified. What I do hate is that I lost footage of the fight in the Owlbear Cave because that was the first major fight I did with a character with a legendary action, which I did at level 3. Not wise. This fight almost went very badly. Brenna and Andric, the siblings who can come and help you in this fight, both died. Karlach got down, and Will got down twice. I had to send Gale closer to the exit after he used all his spell slots just in case everyone else died. So it probably wasn't a good idea to do this fight at level 3, but we survived, and now we're picking up right after that fight.
Hellfire. She's coming.
So after conquering the owlbear and her mate, we went down for a long rest, and Will went down through the layers of hell.
The fires of Avernus, the lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
I considered killing Karlach so that we could get the infernal robe, but I love Karlach too much, so Will has horns now.
That's better.
Then we went back to the Blighted Village to fight the ogre and the bugbear in that shack, and Gale got hungry, which caught me off guard.
Hopefully we don't die. What? Right now?
Blueprints for some dip.
Oh shoot, I don't.
I then made the fatal error of trying to change nudity settings mid-cutscene, and my whole game and stream crashed.
Shove out the claw.
When I loaded back in, I decided instead of doing that fight to just go ahead and go to the Goblin camp because I wanted to get some important loot like the Doomhammer and the returning pike. Then we looped back around to that shack fight.
Smash! Oh, smash you!
I forgot that Madara's a drow.
Avoiding the gnolls, we stopped by Joaquin's Rest, and I forgot that I'm playing a drow and got scared I might have to fight the entire Flaming Fist, but the intimidation roll was easy enough.
What's this intimidation? Is that a slur? Wait, we can trade? What do you have on you? Oh, we have to go get, first, let's see if we can get this guy
And then
out.
I tried to save this guy stuck under the debris, but the cutscene was Floric triggered,
dying.
and yeah, so there goes that little bit of XP.
Hopefully they don't start the dialogue down there. They did. Fuck.
Fresher.
Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he's still alive. He's quickly dying though. It's not worth it.
So instead, I decided it was time to try for Leviatar's Love, which will give us a +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws if we have 30% hit points or less.
Great true believer. I could feel Leviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge.
After saving Volo, I thought, what if we went to the Underdark? So we snuck into Guts Chambers,
We
killed
did just
Palma, and did
completely
exactly
bully
that.
her. That's kind of hilarious. What is it?
I
Does
briefly
it
considered
have
doing the puzzle
be
to open the
all
door
of
for
the
once,
circles
but then
over
we
here?
just picked the lock and Madara went down the ladder to return home. We killed this Minotaur before the Moonstone could do it for some easy XP, and then I looted everything in this little area that wasn't nailed down because we need gold. And selling a ton of trash will eventually be profitable. I hope. Madar ripped Valar Luve out of the stone, and we gave that to Will. I wanted to skip the oubliette because that thing is already annoying on Tactician and I don't want to deal with the legendary action at this level, so Madara did a huge leap and made it right to the Myconid colony. We got the Boots of Speed from Thulla, the gnome, and I tried to dodge Glut, but that guy really just runs up on you when you get within a 20-foot radius of him.
I hate when he does this. It's so annoying. You're like not even close to him. He just chases you down.
Dareth has some gloves that we want, so we grab Lae'zel for my go-to strat for saving Balin from the Bibberbang field, which is basically Step 1, send in Lae'zel's mage hand. Step 2, throw the back to Balin. Step 3, let him get out of there. And Step 4, finally, send in the character with the highest HP, usually Karlach, to just run straight across the field to pick up the noble stock. And now Dareth gives us some cool gloves that are going to make Karlach's throws even more lethal, so the poisoning was worth it. I finally decided to head back to the Goblin camp to kill Gut, but not in a fight. I sent in Will to talk to her privately, and Gut drugged him, locked him away to watch him turn into a mind flayer, I guess. Kinda stupid, but alright. And then Kirilla showed up, killed Gut, and that's one dead Goblin leader and a parasite without any risk to us. Mara did something nice, unbelievable frankly, and saved Liam from being tortured by these goblins, which gave us just enough XP to hit level 4.
Now is not the time to ask that. Cry out! Embrace it! I'm not enough here! That is not what I meant.
Madara took the Savage Attacker feat, Lae'zel took the Sentinel feat, Karlach, of course, took Tavern Brawler and I set her strength to 18. And Will was multi-classed into Paladin and took the Oath of the Ancients because healing Radiance could be very, very important for us. After that, I decided to go kill those goblins hiding out in that cave near the grove. The fight was easy enough, but then Madara fully almost died while I was trying to be a little loot goblin, and after that it was time for a long rest so we could finally activate our Illithid potential and start using tadpoles. I was excited about getting to use tadpoles, but I forgot about the possibility of having to kill Lae'zel, but we had a great roll so it was fine. No frog death today. When Madara went to sleep, she met her dream visitor for the first time, who kinda looks like a long-lost Targaryen cousin.
And not for the first time. I saved you before.
I mean, with his eyeliner, he's kind of serving.
I'm here to save you again.
Yeah, it's kind of a serve.
Don't worry.
When she woke up, Madara slurped up 3 tadpoles and we got favorable beginnings, luck of the far realms, and concentrated blast so they could start making our way towards Cold a Week and Psionic Backlash. When I added Astarion to the party, I considered going ahead and giving him a multi-class in Ranger because I'd love to do an Assassin Gloomstalker build for him, but getting the Sharpshooter feat was way too important, so we're holding off on that multi-class for now. So we went back to the Blighted Village yet again to take care of a few goblins, which ended up being a little scarier than I expected because I didn't want to attack Berserk and end the fight early. Why, you may ask? Because all the goblins had loot, of course, so I needed all of them dead. We saved Barkus, and after doing a little trading, we went to the Underdark, skirted the outside perimeter of the beach, and made our way to the Arcane Tower.
What is he doing back there? What? I can't with this game sometimes.
We picked up a ton of loot, grabbed some pretty plants that we saw in the greenhouse, and talked to Blurry in the Myconid colony so that he could introduce us to his tentacle friend, the only chill mind flayer in the game, Omelium. Omelium? Omelium.
I have broken free from the elder brain. I ask that you refrain from violence.
Wait.
Madara got survival instinct, and then we got the boots of stormy clamor, and I finally caved and decided to spend almost all of our hard-earned gold on getting the caustic band for some extra damage. I really hate how expensive everything becomes in honor mode. We headed back to camp and did some mild flirting with Shadowheart.
Is there anything I can do to help with it,
I
Shadowheart?
don't think so, but you're sweet to ask.
After that, we finally reclassed Shadowheart into a war cleric, which I find is way more useful than being a trickery domain cleric.
Okay, let's go.
Gale leveled up, and then it was time for another fight. This time, we were going after the Hook Horrors. This fight honestly went pretty well until, well, Gale got his shit rocked and he bled out and died after combat ended.
What? Why is he down? Oh my god. Oh my god. Pick that up. Oh my god. Sneak. Oh my fucking god. He died. Are you kidding me? I am not gonna waste time with the whole with that actually. Oh my god.
I am a magical projection of
God dang it.
Pretty sure it was purple.
The purple seam indeed.
Come on, I'm just guessing now. It's Kashitra Hash.
Listen to your friend.
We're not doing this, Gale. Oh, is she still? Oh, she's...
So we revived him at camp and came back to take out the other Hook Horror and Filro, and we got the first piece of the very important staff that Gale will use until we get to Act 3. By this point, I became determined to reach level 5. At that level, with extra attack, we'd be a lot more powerful and I'd feel more confident going into combats like fighting Jor Ragzlin and Nanthara, so my pathing gets a little weird as I try to navigate safe-ish encounters that will hopefully get me the bumps in XP I need to use to level up. Our Targaryen Dream Visitor showed up to girl boss gaslight and manipulate us.
Promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now.
The next day, Shadowheart wanted to get closer to us.
What's up?
There's something I want to talk to you about.
We fixed up Karlach's engine and Madara flirted with her too because our girlie cast a wide net, you know?
I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
I wonder what she will say in response to this, because I don't think we have very high approval with her.
Do you want to? I'd like that.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we stopped by to talk to the best girl, Alfira, and now Madara is mad good at whistling.
Okay.
After failing to persuade some ogres to fight for us, I decided that they now serve no purpose beyond giving us XP.
Okay.
This fight was easy enough, but I had a brief panic when a goblin joined in for some reason because I didn't want to aggro the whole village.
Wait, why are you in it now?
Then we made the Sussor Greatsword, which silences on a hit, so that's Madara's main weapon for now.
A candy-sweet scent wafts forth. The Susabar.
Think one of
In my quest to reach level 5, I sent Madara out alone to the Underdark beach to try and make our way to Grimforge. I got to Grimforge and instantly started a fight that got pretty tense, but we made it.
Let's do it. I don't like that. Okay.
There's a time and a place for violence. I mean, this place is perfect, but is it the time?
Yes. I hope. Oh, shoot. You missed again? Hopefully he doesn't have an action this turn. Oof. Okay. I can't tell if we should do this or not. Okay, let's just make some attacks first. Do it. You can't get your war pick back. I have it now.
After that, we went back to the Risen Road and snuck into this cave where we saw these two guys who were in a pretty tough spot with some gnolls, but Madara didn't want to have any part of that, so she just stole the really important looking chest that was behind them and snuck back out. We found a black market trading group under Joaquin's dress, bought some good loot from their trader, and then I spent way too long doing circles in the Zhent hideout trying to find the elevator to the Underdark.
Just torturing Shadowheart walking back and forth past these walls. Where is it? Sorry, Shadowheart, we gotta walk past him again. My bad.
This is ridiculous. Oh, okay.
We killed 2 minotaurs with ease, and then it was time for bed. And, someone wanted to talk. That someone was Gale. If there is a role to resist the urge to romance Gale, it's a DC 30 check for me, and I roll a nat 1 every time. It's a critical failure.
Very good. No.
Did you have a happy family? Try it. Apparently she did.
Even though I fully know that I probably won't do the final battle and will make him sacrifice himself, and that ending will probably make me cry, I can't resist this yapper. Madara flirted with him a bit.
Am I gonna send it? Full send.
I didn't think.
When we left camp, Shadowheart
Shadowheart,
once
you wanna
again
talk
had
again?
more stuff to confess to us.
Okay.
Like, y'all, I think she likes Madara or something.
Now's a good time.
We headed down to this really beautiful and completely real sunlit wetland and took out these two guys hassling this elderly woman, who then disappeared in a puff of smoke. We found this druid sanctuary and killed the Methods and Woodwilds defending it, and after poking around in the tree, Madara found out that Kaga was working with shadow druids. After that, we found this random guy standing around outside Auntie Health's house, and he turned out to be a monster hunter searching for Astarion, and Madara can't have someone out hunting one of her people, so we took him out. I also just really like his crossbow. I then proceeded to fawn over how good Astarion looked in this lighting.
But I was talking about how pretty everyone looks in this lighting of the swamp. It's just like Astaria looks so good.
I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. It was him, I'm sure.
Like, look at him.
We went back to the Blighted Village and decided to take out all the goblins there, and even though it shouldn't have been a problem, Astarion still got downed.
Or she'll get a critical hit from low ground. What was that? Are you just gonna jump off the building? Go ahead. What do you mean you don't have enough movement? Fine, go stab her. Of course he got downed. I don't know what I expected.
Then we went to go shoot at these random chests in Grimforge that turned out to be mimics. And then, y'all, these jelly monsters almost killed the party. Like, everyone got beat up, and Shadowheart fully died, so that was a little embarrassing.
Oh. I did not know that combat was starting, and she used her action to hide. Good job. Oh, nice hit. She also... God, that sucks.
Smell blood.
I did not realize that they were going to do that as their action. Because I was like holding it down at the exact same moment as combat started. Okay, that's not good. None of that is good at all. I think that needed to happen. Oh, there's no way for me to hit her. Okay. Well. Okay, at least it's dead. Shadowheart, just don't die. Okay, and she's dead. And there's no point doing those.
Then we acquired a vial of rune powder and a barrel of rune powder by completely honest means.
Honestly,
we took out some Dwagar who were being really horrible to some Deep Rothay, and that fight was enough for Karlach to level up, but no one else did. So as we hunted for more XP, I remembered that we never actually did those fights at the Ancient Tomb, so we looped back around to there, and it was just the encounter we needed for the rest of the party to level up. When we went to bed that night, Shadowheart made things a little awkward by trying to kill Lae'zel, but Madara managed to talk her down. I got some great advice from someone in chat reminding me that hirelings exist, so we got a bunch of hirelings and put death ward on everyone, so that, along with robbing Volo, is now part of our morning ritual. At least it will be whenever I can remember to do it. Madara and Co finally decided to act on that information they got about Kaga, so they went to confront her about dealing with the Shadow Druids. We don't particularly care about keeping her alive since she has a pretty good necklace on her, and Madara wouldn't care whether Kaga lived or died, so we didn't even try to persuade her out of the bad idea of being a horrible person.
Yeah, I want her necklace. So, wait, trade. Sure.
Then come get it!
She chose her fate. We took out the rest of the ancient crypt, and feeling emboldened after getting extra attack, we went after those nasty Fibbin paladins of Tyr, which ended up being a lot easier than I expected, and maybe I'm out-leveled for these encounters, so someone in the comments is gonna be like, of course they're easy. But I'm an anxious gamer, so I'm approaching everything with maximum caution. Every enemy is being treated with the utmost respect. After that, it was time to go gnoll hunting. The first set of gnolls got eliminated pretty easily, and after a long rest where Madara flirted with Astarion, we headed towards the cave where we saw those guys trying to fend off that other, much larger group of gnolls. Those guys were dead as hell by the time we got there, which is what I thought would happen to us when we saw those gnolls earlier, but a wall of fire scroll basically trivialized this encounter, and Madara got another tadpole for Cole the Weak.
So 4 hit points.
We went to the Goblin camp again with murder on our minds because it was time to take out the rest of the Goblin leaders. But first, Astarion made a very brave sacrifice for us all and grabbed Crusher's ring for us.
Yeah, what is Astarion doing in the background?
Then a viewer taught me about the raw power of Hold Person. I have never used this spell once in a playthrough, but it will probably become a favorite of mine, especially for this run because we didn't even have to fight Minthara. It took a few tries, but Hold Person eventually hit and we just beat her up, knocked her out, and dipped, and no goblins got upset. Knocking out Minthara here allows her to show up in Act 2, and if we make it that far, adding her to the party may be one of the very last things I do in Act 2, simply because of how glitchy the game can become when you have Halsin and Minthara in your party at the same time. I don't know if patch 7 fixed this, but hopefully we don't have to find out. So with Minthara and Gut down, it was time for Dror Ragzlin, who I was objectively the most afraid of, but the old drop a smoke powder barrel from the rafters strat is pretty reliable, and having a rope doesn't hurt either. After Ragzlin was down, Madara ate another tadpole snack and picked up Psionic Backlash. When we went to have our little party to celebrate saving the tiefling refugees in the grove, Madara was pretty popular.
This is the hardest decision
There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
I ended up picking Astarion because I lacked self-control, and guess what? I regretted it. This was a moment when I actually considered turning off the game to scum a save and choose Shadowheart, but I am committed to the consequences of my actions, so I guess I could be romancing Astarion. Again. The next day, Madara shapeshifted into a Githyanki to go handle the patrol. We're not even bringing Lae'zel because I do not trust her to pass the mid-dialogue deception check, and this was also my first time triggering this dialogue from Astarion.
Can we kill them? Please. Pretty please.
We went back to the Underdark and picked up Glut because I was ready to take out the Bulette, and he ended up being so much easier than I expected. Like, he didn't get a turn.
Nice.
After Glut resurrected the Bulette, it went skydiving onto the Dwargar at the beach. Its dive killed Get Cole, and then after everyone else was dead, Lurkin just went invisible like a coward, and we had to flee combat and come back to the beach. He was a little upset when we saw us. Couldn't figure out why.
Perhaps a gift would improve their sentiment.
Glut, for some reason, thought we were chill enough to just kill Spa for him, but Madara didn't want to get involved in his scheme. Glut decided to kill us, but sucks to be him because we killed him before he even took a turn. After telling Spa about Glut and the Dwargar becoming past tense, we made our way into the mountain pass where we did some trading with a racist that wants to steal the child of another species. don't worry, we'll come back for her later. The party went over to the Githyanki Crèche, and I'm lazy and did not feel like doing all that climbing to get into the building, so we attacked the Githyanki out here during the cutscene so that the door could stay open. Madara shapeshifted into a Githyanki once again, and we talked our way into the Crèche, and we finally got to my dream girl, the love of my life, Ajak Najira. She sells some of the best items and potions in the game, but unfortunately, we can't afford any of them.
2,880 gold. Okay, no problem.
Still love her though. But y'all, I went back and picked up so much trash from camp and still couldn't afford the items we desperately needed and that I wanted, so that means we'll be coming back to the Crèche before we hit the point of no return in Act 2, and hopefully we have looted enough gold and trash to be able to get the good items that we need. And maybe I'm better at letting go of magical items that I'm not using. In my quest to scramble together some gold, I remembered that we never looted those fake paladins that were after Karlach, so we doubled back to grab all their stuff, and in alignment with my pure laziness, even though I came here to get items for gold, I didn't go to the Toll House basement, but we'll go back to grab all the stuff there whenever I complain about not having any gold. I decided that it was time to explore more of Grimforge, so Lae'zel used her Githyanki hops to jump over to the ancient forge waypoint, and we took out some hostile armor.
Still in it. Oh. Okay.
Scratch, like the good boy he is, gave his life so that we wouldn't get surprised by these annoying magma methods. And it was time to take on Grim. So I decided to just do the throw stuff at Grim until he dies method, but I did make the big mistake of not killing him with an attack. If you don't kill Grim with an attack and you just throw items, you won't get the XP, which really, really, really annoyed me because we were so close to leveling up. Madara showed her lover what the scars on his back looked like.
So, I was wondering if maybe, perhaps, you might be able to, Can you read what's on my damn back?
After killing some Hellboars and Maragons, I finally felt ready to free Nere and take his head, though I was a little nervous because I was hoping to hit level 6 before that fight, but fuck it, we ball. I really struggled to kill this stupid scrying eye, and ended up starting combat with this random Dwagar who has eyes in the back of her head.
Okay. They're temp hostile. So,
Best be on my way.
I think we just try to get out of here.
And then this Dwagar was impossible to throw. I hate this archer in the Nere fight, so I wanted her gone. There is a spot where she can be thrown, but I couldn't find it at the time and got frustrated because I was already tired, so I ended stream here. Like I said, I really wanted to hit level 6, so when I started upstream the next time, I realized that there were still goblins alive, so we went to go take care of that.
Once again,
only for us to not get any XP for killing the goblins at the gate, so Madara and Co kept making their way further into the goblin camp, picking off whoever they could find until finally we hit level 6.
Okay, just enough. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go to camp.
And here, Astarion took level 1 into Ranger, the rest is pretty unremarkable.
New feat, okay. New feat just dropped.
Karlach was finally able to toss this dang archer into a chasm, and then it was actually, finally, time to take on Nere, the third character that we're fighting with a legendary action.
I've never seen that person survive.
The fight was honestly too easy. I know some people may have an issue with how I'm playing honor mode, but I'm playing without any rules or restrictions because I simply want to beat it. You can cheese and talk your way out of certain encounters when you're playing D&D, so I'm gonna keep the same attitude of using everything in my arsenal when I can while I try to beat this game mode. And if I get any suggestions for rules or challenge runs, maybe I'll check those out too. Here, Madara surprised me once again with her rolls.
It's just full of dust.
Very insightful, Astarion. Not that Madara's going to be able to tell anything about it.
Nothing about the lantern strikes you as unusual.
It's so weird, the rolls that she lands.
Used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
We took Nere's head to Spa.
This cutscene is so...
I was finally feeling good about myself, so I decided it was time to go after the Spectator, which was another fight that was way too easy.
But
At the time that I filmed this, patch 7 wasn't out yet on PS5, so he didn't have a legendary action yet. After that, it was finally time for us to head into Act 2. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and even leave a comment if you have any tips or tricks for me. Also, remember to check me out on Twitch if you want to see me overthink and sweat while I play the game in real time. See y'all next time for Act 2.